Welcome back, everybody. It's your weekend one-timer with Fumble Puck. Ashley and Noah here. Ashley, what's going on?
Not too much. Not much at all, actually. How about you?
Not much. I spent the last couple days at work building our patio because we're extending our patio for the summer in order to accommodate people as we are allowed to sit them at some point in the future at some undetermined time. So I'm I was playing Bob the Builder for a little bit there,
Nice.
And, yeah.
Do you have like a little toy hammer, or is it like a real hammer, like a man's hammer?
Oh, I used a saw, like a buzz saw, for the first time. It was cool. I felt tough.
I don't like saws; they scare me. Too many teeth,
I have a very actually have a very healthy fear of sharp objects like knives and stuff, which serves me well working in a restaurant because I'm always very safe with knives.
Oh, well, that's good because they scare me a lot. Not a fan. No.
Yeah. I've seen some pretty bad ones over the years, and I don't want that to ever happen to me.
Yeah, I can understand that. Knives are scary, saws are scary, buzz saws are scarier. Yeah, no, not a fan.
Yep, I was sanding tables. We were trying to figure out the perfect color to stain the wood, and it was a good couple of days at work. We're finishing it off tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be nice, so we're good.
Nice. That sounds awesome. I haven't built anything. I just got new blinds for my house, which I have to try to hang up, but I'm probably going to ask my neighbor or my mother to help me, or my dad, because I have absolutely no idea how to hang up these weird-looking blind things. I keep hearing how easy they are, and then I looked at the valance holders, and I was like, what the hell is this? So, yeah.
Do they not come with, instructions?
They do, however, not for I'm forgetting the word of what they're actually called, but not for the valance holders. That's not the right word, but not for, the holders. It's not called the holder. What's it called? I'm looking at my words. It's like the cassette, whatever. I Googled it, I found them, but no, it doesn't really come with the proper instructions. So that's always helpful, but whatever. I'll get them up at some point. So that's my fun weekend ahead. Woohoo!
No, your fun weekend ahead is the next game against Toronto on Saturday.
No, thank you. Hard pass.
You're not going to watch? You're still going to watch?
I'm still going to watch, but I'm still going to be mad during it because, ugh.
My energy's in a weird spot right now. So, the Toronto game just ended as we were recording this, and I'm usually pretty calm when it comes to hockey. I don't freak out usually. I was really angry watching that game. I wasn't angry at the players. I felt bad for them. So my energy's in a really interesting spot to record a podcast right now. I'm really curious to see how I go through this.
I'm really angry too. So it's going to be I was just telling my friend how we have to go record. And I was like, the last thing I feel like doing right now is recording because I'm just so angry. I don't have any happy feelings towards this team. I mean, I do, but not really. I don't think we're going to win a playoff series, to be honest, or even a game at this point.
I just think they've got their work cut out for them, right? You can see it over and over again. Their game plan is to hope for the best every time. I compare them to Toronto. Toronto hems us in our zone without playing very hard. They're just passing the puck, and they're connecting on their passes. Their shots hit the net, whether they go in or not. I think Jake Allen was great tonight.
Yeah.
But they have so much control. We don't have that kind of control. We're always scared and always trying to look to force a play. It's just the gap in natural talent between those two teams is so apparent.
It is. And it's also frustrating how the lines are constantly being juggled, even after a win. There's never any cohesion. There's never any, they don't even have time to build up what's the word? Oh my God, I'm losing all my
chemistry.
Yes, thank you. That's the word. They don't even have time to build chemistry at all because they're just, thrown into the wind and go have fun. And it's no. And I have a question though. So last night we lost to Ottawa.
Indeed.
Would you have started Primo or Allen last night?
I would have played Allen both games.
Really? On a back-to-back?
Yeah, there's no reason why you can't. I think it's completely overstated that you can't play goalies on back-to-backs. It happens, and when it does, you don't see goalies get injured because they play back-to-backs. It's just not a thing. So
interesting. Who would you play Saturday?
Allen.
Okay.
Play the good goalie. Let Primo just soak it up. I think I wrote it in my notes. He's clearly not ready, and it's not his fault. He's just not ready.
Right. Okay, interesting. All right. So I have some knee-jerk reactions for you.
Ooh, exciting.
Maybe we'll see how you take them.
Okay, I'm so ready because I'm like in the zone.
Okay, so I want to know. Are you ready? Yeah.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Claude Julien.
Weird. I don't miss him. I don't know if he was the problem or not, but either way, I think we could do better. I think he's probably better than Dominic Ducharme because at least you could see him trying some tactics. Like the thing with Ducharme is you can never actually tell what he's doing. He just like things just happen and you don't know if it's the players doing it or if it's Ducharme telling them to do it. Right. But Claude Julien, I wish him well, and I don't think he was going to take us there anyways.
Okay, and good answer. Are you ready for the second one?
I am.
Okay, Dominic Ducharme.
Yeah, I just don't get him. I have no idea what's going on with him. Like literally, I can never like he. There's no visible explanation for anything that he does. It just seems like he's throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. And I don't know. Maybe he's a great coach and I just can't see it. I don't know because I'm not a freaking NHL coach, right? But like, I don't know why he puts the lines together like that. I don't know why he deploys lines the way he does. I don't know why he didn't pull Caden Primo at that time. I don't get it. I just don't understand what he's doing. So if I can't see the benefits of him, one of us is dumb or both of us, probably both of us.
All right, ready? Another one. Chemistry.
We don't have it. Like, I just think you look around the league and like all kinds of players have at least the duo that never splits up, right? Like Crosby Gensel and stuff like that, you know, like we don't even have a duo that sticks together. And I just think, and like, yeah, he's coaching to win games, quote unquote, right? But like at some point in time, you have to give people time to gel. How do you expect anyone to perform, especially on a team who like half of our strategy is blind passes? If you're not blind passing to the same person, you're screwed, right? So I don't think we have team chemistry, in terms of line chemistry, rather.
The only line chemistry is Phil Deneau always gets the best winger, and he always gets Tatar and Gallagher. That's the only chemistry that exists.
The Tatar Deneau Gallagher line has mad chemistry, yes, but like now 2 of those 3 are out.
Tatar played tonight. I hate to break it to you.
No, but Deneau's out.
Oh, right, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, like if Phil Deneau is out long term, like going to the playoffs, we're screwed. Sorry,
I forgot he was out. Yes, that's true. It's like one comes back. It's like Pokeroo. It's that whole Pokeroo thing again. Anyway. All right. TJ Oshie.
Oh, he's cool. I think he's just a good hockey player. I thought that was a cool moment. It sucks that his moment was ruined by the stupidity of that whole feud, that whole garbage. But I love him. And I remember the Olympics. I remember the shootout heroics. I just think TJ Oshie's an easy guy to get behind.
I've been a huge Oshie fan. I wanted him when he was with St. Louis.
Yeah, because of his name, probably, right?
No, I just really like him. His name was cute too, but he's just so cute. I've always liked TJ.
What does the TJ stand for?
I don't remember. I used to know it, and now I don't remember. Hold on, I got it. I'm on the case. Timothy Leaf. What? Where did the J come from?
No.
Timothy Leaf. Leif.
No, that's TL, not TJ. That doesn't make any sense.
I have no idea, but his name is Timothy Leaf TJ Oshie. What? Okay.
What?
Not making it up.
Is that Wikipedia?
Yeah, but it's also like everywhere else. It doesn't make sense. Like TJ Oshie.
Yeah, so his name isn't actually TJ. His name is TL.
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Now I don't like him anymore.
He even says, my first name is Timothy and my mom, when I was really young, watched the movie The Champ, and the little boy in the movie's name is TJ. She liked it and figured it would work out. The J actually doesn't stand for anything. That's super weird.
Yeah, dude, get your own name right.
Yeah. Okay, well, so that's a little bit ruined, but the name's still cute. I like Oshie. It's a cute name.
And it was a great moment for him.
It was. It really was. And rest in peace, Mr. Coach. Rest in peace, Coach Oshie. Okay. 2 more, but I forget one of them. It's coming. Okay, got it. George Parros.
Oh, man. Oh, what? So he is the most powerful person in the NHL now, I think. Like, that's what it comes down to. Because all this was like, so when Wilson did his thing, I was talking to Stacey and I was like, he's not going to get suspended. You'll see, like, he'll get fined. It won't be a thing. And then it happened. And then the New York Rangers put out their statement. And I was like, watch Parros exact revenge on one of the New York Rangers players. And now Buchnevich is suspended. I called that. 100%. That was George Parros being like, oh, yeah, you want to see what I can do? Watch this. And he did it. And he's unfit to be in charge. That's it. He's garbage.
Okay.
Too bad. I used to like him.
Sorry?
It's too bad because I used to really like him until he got to player safety.
All right, last one. You ready for it?
I am.
Who do you think it is, or what do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Okay, it's Tom Wilson.
Oh, Tom Wilson's a total douchebag. I'm fed up with him in the NHL. I think he's a good hockey player. I think he brings brand. He's part of the leadership core of Washington. I just think like the idea that they're not going to throw the book at him speaks volumes. And he sucks, you know? Like it's annoying to see. It sucks that when you see his name trending, you know it's because he's hurt somebody.
It does. But I do have a question for you. I asked this on Twitter and I saw your response, but I want you to explain your response.
Yes.
I said, if Tom Wilson played for the Montreal Canadiens and he did what he did, would you want him to be suspended even though he plays for your team? That was the question, right? Yep.
And so my answer was I would not want him to be suspended because he plays for my team. But if he did get suspended, I wouldn't argue with it. Like I want the Montreal Canadiens to be able to chop somebody's head off on the ice and not get punished for it. Of course, that's what I want, right? Like I want them to literally like carry guns in their pocket and shoot people on the ice to win games. Like I want that to happen, but it's never going to happen, right? So like if Tom Wilson got that hit, I would hope that he wouldn't get suspended. But if he got suspended, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's not fair. Of course it would be fair. He friggin' deserved it, you know? But of course I want all the advantages to my team. I think that's normal. It's funny because every single other person who answered except for you said I want him suspended. Yeah, I don't buy that. I'll bet half of them at least would change their mind. It was really funny. I was like, I thought it would be a little bit more even than what it was, but because that's the right thing to say, you know. It's oh yeah, guy. I would, even if he plays for my team, I wouldn't want him. But if the playoffs are on the line and he does that, you don't want to lose the player. Of course, look, I get it. I understand that it's a team bias. It's your team. Of course, there's going to be bias. Yeah. Of course, like my friend's a huge Caps fan, and she doesn't want him suspended. She's happy he wasn't, and she's one of the smartest people I know. And giving a shout out to her, hey. And I was like, really? But it's so dirty. I don't like dirty. Again, even though I'm a Dustin Brown fan, which is kind of weird for me, but I don't like dirty players. So I don't like dirty hits. I will never cheer for dirty stuff. And I know Lars Eller plays with Wilson, which is why he said what he said. But like Lars, you got smashed by Eric Ryba. I was at that game and it was terrifying. So like, think before you talk, buddy. Even though it's on your teammate, think before you talk, you know? But I don't even know if that's a thing though, because like the problem and the reason why this is going to keep happening, like Parros is in touch with the players, in tune with the players. The players don't want this kind of stuff to stop. They like it, this kind of stuff in the game. They want it. Who would want to get hit in the head and be concussed? No one wants to get concussed, but they want those kind of hits and retaliation and physicality to be allowed. Like the reason, like that was what Eric was talking about last week with us too, right? Like it has to come from the players. It's not going to come from the players. Eller wants that kind of stuff to be in the game, and he's not in them. He's in the very, very large majority of players who do. Well, the players need to talk to concussion experts and realize that maybe it's not the best idea. Yeah, I agree. You know, but and honestly, I want a neurologist to be the head of the player safety. I just think there should be like more than one person. And I know there are more than one person. I just don't know how a room of like 6 people all came to that conclusion that a little fine was all was required, right? Like there's no one there thinking about the bigger ramification. And like, if you want drama, throw the book at him. People will talk about it, you know, like that's a storyline also, you know? Yeah, no, you're right. And that's what they should have done, because there's no way to excuse the crap that he did. But it's Tom Wilson. What else was new? Too bad he was my hottie of the week last week. Well, yeah, the Rangers tried to rearrange his face and it didn't work. Like that whole game last night between the Caps and the Rangers, like the rematch, was one of the stupidest things ever. And I just really feel bad for the New York Rangers now, because Tom Wilson beat the crap out of them. Then they lost their GM and president, who have been doing a decent rebuild job over this thing. Then the NHL slapped them down. Keep that in mind. They claim it's not. It is. The timing, there's no way a team like the New York Rangers doesn't have a marketing and media and PR department that wasn't aware of what the timing of this would look like. So, of course. Except that the owner put out a statement. It wasn't the GM and the president. Who was it? Is it the president and the GM? Yeah.
It wasn't them who put out the statement. It was the owner who put out the statement. So.
Yeah, and then so like the story is that the GM and the president, like Gorton and Davidson, didn't like that, so they told the owner, "Hey, they're like, we want to distance ourselves from this." And the owner was like, "You guys are a bunch of wieners. You're fired." You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So then they lose their GM and their president. Then they get rebuked by the NHL for the statement to the tune of $250,000, $250,000. Then Paros goes and suspends one of their players. Yeah. I worry about what that sequence of events does to their locker room, does to their team spirit, especially a team that doesn't have any captain, any strong leader, right? Like, that's devastating. They just got beat down by everyone around them in a really bad way, very publicly. I don't know how you bounce back from that.
All because of Tom Wilson.
All because of Tom Wilson. He single-handedly destroyed the New York Rangers.
I feel bad for them. I really do. And I feel bad for people who think that what Wilson does is okay.
And like it sucks that the Rangers felt that they had to line brawl to open a game. Like, the only way you're going to embarrass Tom Wilson and make him regret his game is making him a -5, you know, like scoring the hell out of him.
Yeah, I agree.
And the Rangers wanted to be tough guys, and they're not tough guys, and now everyone knows they're not tough guys, and they're going to get pushed around a lot. Yeah,
it's too bad. I just feel bad for them. But
yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about another team I feel bad for, ours. So,
yeah. So the Ottawa game, Ottawa looks really good.
Yeah, they're going to be so good in the next couple of years. Oh my God.
You know what I like about the Ottawa Senators, and I hate saying it, but like it is what it is. They are always laughing and smiling while playing. And I think a big part of that is Brady Tkachuk. I think he really, he's the captain of that team, obviously. He brings an energy to that group of people that keeps them light, keeps them enjoying it. Like, he reminds me in that sense of like Joe Thornton in San Jose.
I really don't like Brady Tkachuk, and I don't like his Frank the Tank celebration. It's obnoxious.
I know, but I know I hate him, but he's really the right kind of guy for that team.
I really don't like him though.
yeah. I like Brady Tkachuk. I hate Brady Tkachuk, but like, it's hard not to look at that team and be like, yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy that stirs the drink, you know, like.
I know. I just really don't like him. But honestly, I expected us to lose last night. I'm not going to lie. So I wasn't surprised by that at all.
I did not expect us to lose. I expected us to play harder. And we do play hard. Like, I never want to criticize the effort of the team. I know we talk a lot about them not being ready to start and stuff, but they play hard. They're just not there.
I really did not expect them to win last night, so it was kind of like what I expected. My dad had asked me earlier in the day if I had a prediction, and I said, you don't want me to make predictions because we always lose when we do, but we're due for a loss. So I really did expect us to lose. Also, Ottawa, whoever we just played, Ottawa just has our number. They just do. This season, they just have our number, and it's very frustrating. Thank God they're not going to be in the playoffs, although at this rate, we may not be either. But it's just, I don't know. They're scary good. They're going to be scary good. They're not now, but they will be.
The only thing they don't seem to have right now that they're going to need is that top tier elite top line center. They're hoping it's Stützle, and we'll see, but like, they don't have a guaranteed lock 1C, you know?
Well, neither do we. So
no, we don't. We don't have a guaranteed lock 2C. So
exactly. We need some Eichel. Yeah. Okay.
And then the Toronto game tonight, it just ended in like, I think Toronto's rebuilt their team in the proper way. I think they're the better team. They're better than us, and it's annoying to say, but like, facts are facts. And you know, I don't know if I could go through the process they went through to get to where they are today, because they sucked for 15 years, but they're really good. They're better than us offensively. They're better than us defensively, and their goaltending was better than ours, although Jake Allen was good. Yeah,
I don't buy Jack Campbell as being a great goalie yet. However, I don't find their defense is that good either. It's just, we're so bad right now. Like, again, all of our confidence. We're also missing, again, our assistant captain, 2 assistant captains, our actual captain, our number 1 goaltender, now our number 1 center.
I don't think those players would have made much. Like, do you think Shea Weber would have been a difference maker in that game? I don't think so.
I don't know. He kind of has like free wind or free whatever to like smash whoever he wants, so it might have helped a little bit. But
I think like their defense switching from like Ron Hainsey and Cody Ceci to TJ Brody has been a huge upgrade. Their defense is mobile. It's like twice as good as it was last year. Like, they're defensively great, and their forwards now back check. Like Austin Matthews is freaking great defensively now. It's hard. It's like hard to say out loud. It's frustrating, but this is a team that every year they attack their deficiencies very, very hard, and they make sure that the next year it's not a problem again. You know.
Well, I wish that Bergevin would take note of that. I saw something today about how Columbus is going after to find a number one center to play with Laine. Funny, they just traded one to get Laine. Anyways, and
actually, Dubois has been sucking in Winnipeg.
I know, but I'm just saying. But he was a number one center in Columbus, was he not?
Well, so I would say that that's very much like how you view Phil Deneau. He played in the 1C spot, but I don't think he's a 1C.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever been a 1C, you know?
Okay. However, but the point of that was that they're going after finding this number one center for him, rumor has it. And I'm like, oh, look at that. A GM trying to find a number one center as opposed to quote unquote drafting one, which we don't do. It makes me so angry that every other GM sees their weakness and tackles it, like the Maple Leafs, like Columbus, and then there's us.
Yep. And like and Bergevin did some of that, you know, like the Jake Allen bit, right? Like he did some of it, but he's missing the big middle piece, that big prize, you know, like Austin Matthews is at 40 goals. Our like Tyler Toffoli's lucked into 28 or whatever it is, you know. Yeah. We don't have that impact. Like everything looks so hard for us. They have to put so much effort in to get one freaking scoring chance.
Yeah, it's very annoying. I want it to be easy for us. I mean, I want us to have the elite talent. I don't know how hard it is to get elite talent. Literally every other team seems to have one elite player.
Not every other team, but a lot of them had to be terrible in order to get there.
Well, we were terrible for quite a while, and I would have been okay with being terrible for the last 5 or 6 years. I actually asked for it, and then
we haven't been terrible. We've been good. That's the problem, right?
We were 24th last year.
Yeah, so we were bad last year and the year before. Absolutely. That's 2 years.
The playoffs for 3 years in a row, I believe it is.
Right, but missing the playoffs by a little bit doesn't make you bad.
We got Kotkaniemi one year. We were 3rd overall. I mean, that's
so that
pretty
was a bad year. And then before that was the year we drafted Galchenyuk. We were bad, and that's it.
Oh.
Like that's the thing about the Habs is that we're a good team. We've always been a good team since like 2007. We've had a couple of off years, but overall, it's a good team. You're never going to get that high end talent if you're good. You have to be bad. We've never been bad long enough to see the benefit of it.
But can't we draft? I mean, can't we trade for somebody?
Yeah, well, I mean, look at our roster. How many players on our roster tonight were drafted? Like 2, 3?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. So go after the elite talent. Stop going after these plugs and go after the elite talent. And I'm not calling Toffoli or Anderson plugs because I really like them and I'm a fan of theirs. But go after the elite talent. It's time. We need someone to take that step for us. We need that. We crave it. We need it. And you know what? Ottawa's getting better. Florida's doing amazing. Tampa's getting better. Buffalo's going to be better eventually one day, someday. Detroit's getting better. All these teams, Boston's a powerhouse who apparently is on the way down, but let's see. But like all these teams are getting better and we're just stagnant all the time. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, but we've never been as bad as Buffalo, Ottawa, Detroit, Edmonton, all those teams that drafted those players. We've just never been that bad.
But then go out and get the players. I don't care how you get them. Trade them. I don't care how you get them.
And that's the last piece. The challenge to it is if you have a really great player, like that whole thing, when two teams are trading, the team that gets the best player wins the trade 99 times out of 100, right? If you're trading Jack Eichel, you're probably losing the trade.
I'm sure.
So like you have to find a GM who's stupid enough to do that, and then you have to give him a deal that makes him say yes, right? Like, then that's why I think like there's some possibility to Eichel because he might not want to go through another 4-year rebuild. Like there's a real chance I think that he might be on the move in the offseason. So like you have to take a look at it. But people worry about the price tag of it. The price tag of not getting that kind of a player is probably higher,
Well, that's exactly it. Like, we need to do something here. We can't just, as you say, throw our shit against the wall and see if it sticks. We can't keep doing this over and over and over again.
And unfortunately, the trade deadline has passed, so we're stuck with just who we've got. And
I'm staying in the summer, yeah.
What did you think of Kotkaniemi?
Tonight or every night?
Both.
So KK's struggling. It's not exactly a secret. However, in his defense, He's the one who has the least amount of any leash here. He's constantly being put on the top line as a winger. He's not a winger. He's being put on the fourth line with Lehkonen and somebody else who can't score, ignoring that Lehkonen scored tonight. But
he is a winger, though. He can play wing, no problem. There's nothing weird about him playing wing. He played wing for a lot of his career.
Fine, but give him line mates. You want him on wing? Fine, give him Caulfield and give him Anderson. Stop giving Deneau all those players. I told you last night, I think it was you, when I said put Kotkaniemi in Anderson's and Deneau's spot. Let him get talent. It's enough of him getting the plugs all the time. It's ridiculous.
But he also is not capitalizing on opportunities when he gets them, I find lately. That's the thing that worries me about him. It's like he had a prime opportunity in front of the net today, and he flubbed the shot. It was a terrible shot.
Confidence is I feel like he's worrying about who's going to play with on the next shift because he's always being yanked from line to line. You don't see Suzuki getting yanked ever. Suzuki was having issues for how long? And he kept him with the Foley.
Because Suzuki, even though he slumped, is still on pace for 55 points in a full season. That's good. Kotkaniemi's not, right?
I think they also rushed Kotkaniemi up here. I think he should have been in the AHL for the last.
Yeah, but it's too late it's too late for that, right? Now he is on this path, and man, Brady Tkachuk's looking pretty good right now.
We were never going for Brady Tkachuk in the first place.
True. I think in a redraft, there's no way KK goes third overall, right? There's just not a thing.
Do you also think that the Habs would ever take Brady Tkachuk? And also,
they would, yeah. I know that he wasn't on their he wasn't their top priority because it was KK, but if Brady Tkachuk was the best player available at their draft spot, they would take him.
I remember saying to you that draft year, "What about Tkachuk?" And you said, "No, absolutely not."
Yeah, I didn't want him, and I'm an idiot clearly. So look what I know.
I remembered asking you about him, but I wanted Caulfield and we got him. So I mean, we both didn't think he'd be there and we got him. So you never know. I feel bad for KK. I think he's going to be fine though. I wouldn't worry about him too much right now.
I think he's going to end up being Lars Eller.
And if that's you love Lars Eller.
Absolutely, but he's not what we like. We didn't draft KK to be Lars Eller, right? That's the thing.
Right, I agree.
So if he's not going to be that, 70-point center, 60-point center, oh man, gotta go.
But Deneau's not that, and you want him to stay, and he's our first line center. So explain that to me.
He fills a very specific role that is highly valuable.
Evans can fill it just as well.
No, not even close to as well. And that's anyone who looks at any stats on defensive metrics will tell you Jake Evans is not even a fraction of what Phil Deneau brings to the table.
I know. I just like to bug you with it.
Yeah. So we don't have that's if Deneau's gone for a couple of games now. If he's gone into the playoffs, we're in a lot of trouble because Jake Evans cannot be that guy.
What do you think about Primo?
I think I really liked what Jake Allen said. Did you see the Jake Allen quote after the game?
No, I did not.
So I'll paraphrase it, but he was like, when he's like, I feel bad for the kid. I told him it's just a bump in the road. Don't worry about it. He's like, when Carey Price is gone, when Carey Price's legacy ends, Caden Primo is going to be the guy here. He's going to be the guy. And I loved that. I thought that was a dude move from Jake Allen. And I think he's right. You can see Caden Primo has what it takes. I don't know if he's going to be an elite goalie. I don't know, but he looks good. He's 20, he's 21. He needs time, right? So, I don't think it's a bad thing that they wanted him up with the team, but you have to just recognize when it's time to pull the plug, So I'd say let him go run out with the Rocket right now and get some dubs.
Yeah, I also want you to know though that Kotkaniemi is also only 20 years old.
Yeah, a matter of experience though, right? KK's got 3 seasons under his belt. What do you re-sign KK for next year?
I don't know.
That's the thing. You would hope that after an entry-level contract, you have to pay him $2.5 million, $3 million because of what he's bringing to the table. He's like $1 million player now, 1.5 maybe, right?
I agree. Yeah.
And then if you're him, do you start holding out for more money? I don't know. What? I'm curious. I can see this going the Galchenyuk route very fast. I'm
concerned about that. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
And I was the same thing. We overhype players a lot here, and we're all bad at it. I think we did this with Romanov. I don't know why Romanov is on the power play. He's not good at it. And
everyone's yelling at him to be on it all the time. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it was cool to try. Like I was happy that we tried it, but we've tried it now. Like I think you should just roll your power. Like one unit has Jeff Petrie. When he's back, one unit has Weber because it's obviously going to happen. But like, why not have Weber on one unit and just roll 5 forwards? Who cares?
At this point, maybe it's better than no one.
Why not? Like, you don't like if you're trying to attack. Like we're bad at scoring goals. Put all the players who can pass and shoot. Let's put them all out there.
You know what? I actually, as much as I don't think he's wonderful, I do miss Drouin's passing.
Yep. If you look at a Cole Caulfield highlight reel, you will see most of his goals come from like a little lower than the Ovi spot, like the circle, right?
Yep.
Why are we putting him on the other side of the ice?
I know. I don't understand that at all. I don't get it.
Well, I can get it if like Austin Matthews and Willie Nylander play on their offsides, right? And Mitch Marner too on the power play. But it's because like they're elite passer. Like Matthews can receive an elite pass and he can still one time it from the offside. Like we don't have anyone who can set up Caulfield like that, so it's just forcing plays.
Yeah, and also Caulfield is not equivalent to any of those players right now at all. So
no.
I don't know.
Put him in the one-timer spot. Let him crack some one-timers. Like, goddamn.
I get it. By the way, I just was checking. Danault is supposed to be back Saturday.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, they say it's nothing serious, an upper body injury.
Good. Maybe he got his nipples tweaked or something by Austin Matthews.
Did you see, was it Riley who dove at the end of the game when Caulfield's stick? Did you see that?
No.
Oh, God. It was bad.
Missed that.
Yeah, it was bad.
So we're going into one. We have another game up on Saturday, the last game against Toronto. What do we need? What do we need to see?
I want to see us compete. And I would like to see Gallagher in uniform and everybody else. That's not happening. But I would like to see us compete. We're probably going to lose. I hope we don't. Just show up and make a game out of this. And don't bow out like you did today and yesterday.
But do you think they bowed out today? I think they played their asses off today. And I
think they did today too. But yesterday they did not. But today I think they did try.
Yeah, and their try is not as good as the 2 first overalls, the 4th overall, the 8th overall players they're playing against,
I hate teams that tank. Yeah.
Yep. I hate the Toronto Maple Leafs, that's for sure.
Me too. It makes me really, really angry. But whatever. I hope we win. I hope we can sneak out a win.
I just want to be able to see what Dom Ducharme is doing. I want to be able to understand.
Well, so I'm kind of interested in the fact that they made a comment tonight, the announcers during the intermission, that the Habs will be off for 5 or 6 days between their last game and the playoffs starting. First of all, man, does our team need that? Because also that's a whole other thing. Vancouver Canucks missed 3 weeks, I get it, but they had less games to schedule than us, and they got an extra week. We missed a week, and we got 1 extra day. What?
Yeah, we're playing a lot of hockey, and I'm sure that contributes, but it doesn't look like that's an issue.
No, it does. They look exhausted, Noah. They do look tired.
They look sloppy. I don't know if it's fatigue or just the fact that they're not elite players.
No, I think a lot of it is fatigue, and you can't blame them. They've been playing hockey nonstop. They haven't had.
Well, I don't blame them. I think this team plays their heart out. I blame Marc Bergevin, right?
I blame him too. I agree. But anyways, whatever. I hope we win. That's all I can hope for, is that we at least win a game against Toronto of these. I mean, we won one the other day, but I'd like to win one in regulation this time. And yeah,
I would like that.
Yeah. So that New York Ranger Washington stuff. I know we touched on it a bit, but just, oh my God.
Yeah, if we're swinging around the league, I'm curious to see if any other teams have something to say to Tom Wilson. Probably not, right? No. If you were wondering, so Friday, take a peek at Philly versus Washington, because it's the first time Washington's playing a non-New York Rangers team since that whole hullabaloo. And I'm curious to see if Philly does anything, right? Because Philly sucks. They got nothing to lose. Maybe they want to make a statement too. I hope so. I hope not. I don't know. I have a hard time. A lot of people on Twitter were like, I just want to see someone two-hand like Tom Wilson and end his career. And I'm just so uncomfortable with accepting that, I don't like the 2 wrongs make a right kind of thing.
Right.
I just want Tom Wilson to get suspended. That's what I want. I want him to be off the ice with a big salary deduction from it. I don't want, Jacob Voracek or Brendan Gallagher or someone, to have to live with the fact that they ended Tom Wilson's career. I don't want anyone to Parajogan him.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I just, it's hard. I think it's disgusting, though, how Buchnevich is losing more in salary than Tom Wilson is, and is missing a game when Tom Wilson missed nothing.
Yep, but the important thing about that is Buchnevich 100% deserves to be suspended for that. It was garbage. Because he's a first-time offender, one game makes sense. It's his first suspension. So, this is the system being applied, right? They're just terrible at ramping it up.
It's, yeah. And keeping it accountable. It's horrible. All right, Saturday. What's happening Saturday in the league, Noah?
So Saturday, obviously, you're watching Montreal, Toronto, right? But after that, St. Louis and Vegas are playing. That is almost a lock now to be a preview of the first round playoff matchup between those two teams. I will be looking for Vegas to steamroll the hell out of St. Louis, which is funny because I've always been a Blues fan. I've always liked the Blues until after they won the Stanley Cup because I can't stand Jordan Binnington.
Why? Why don't you like Binnington?
He sucks. He's an asshole, and I like when he loses, and he's not good.
Okay. Why is he an asshole?
Because he's an arrogant piece of crap. Like, you can just tell in the way he talks and the way he acts and his sound bites. Like, he's so full of himself, and he's overrated. He's insanely overrated for a goalie. He's not worth $6 million. So I hope he's terrible, and I hope people hate him for it. I want Vegas to go far. I want Vegas to lose to Montreal in the Stanley Cup final.
Agreed.
Yeah, but Vegas is a very fun team to watch. A lot of players that are easy to cheer for. They're just easy to cheer for.
I still want Alex Tuch on our team.
Never going to happen.
I know. I still want him, though.
I don't know why. He's good, but he's another Josh Anderson, he's another Tyler Toffoli. He's good, but he's not the answer.
I guess not, but still, I like him.
Yeah. I can make a whole team of people that I like and it'll be cool, but
I know. Do you know Reed Duke was the first player signed by the Las Vegas Golden Knights, a.k.a. who?
I did know that. He played for the Brandon Wheat Kings, and the reason why they signed him was because their now current GM, Kelly McCrimmon, I believe he owned or he was the GM of the Brandon Wheat Kings, so he already had a knowledge of Reed Duke, and they signed him. I knew that.
Random. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a vault of useless information.
So am I.
Sunday, you're watching Ottawa versus Calgary. There's a few angles to that game. Obviously, you're watching what Ottawa does because they're on a hot streak. They look like they're starting to gel as a team. And as they add more of these college draftees that are finishing up and joining them, that team's really starting to come together. It's going to be interesting. You're looking for Calgary to lose because that guarantees us a playoff spot. That clinches for us. And you're looking to see how bad Calgary is because I'm curious to see what they do in the offseason.
Isn't Vancouver possible of catching us? Isn't it possible if Vancouver catches us too?
Mathematically, yes. In reality, no. In reality, we're making the playoffs. We're a lock. It's like a 99% chance for us, right? Literally, if we get 1 point or Calgary misses 1 point in the remaining 6 games for both, or 5 games for both of us, we clinch.
Right.
For Vancouver, they can lose 1 game. They have to win every single other game of their 9.
Well, Vancouver's currently winning 5-2. And do you know that Pittsburgh beat Buffalo 8-4 today?
Yep. Did you see who scored 4 goals?
Yes, I did.
Jeff Carter.
Yep. Yep. Oh, he's so good.
I saw the stats. I think Ryan Lambert tweeted it out, or was it on I think it might have been on the TSN broadcast. Jeff Carter has more goals this year in Pittsburgh than he did in LA, and he's only been with Pittsburgh for 2 weeks.
That's crazy. Good for him.
Yeah. And those are the games you should be watching this weekend. I have a hot take. Do you have a hot take?
I'm just in ball of anger, so no.
My hot take is this.
Yes.
Marc Bergevin should be fired before the season ends.
Okay.
I just don't trust him to do what this team needs to get done. And we're heading into the playoffs. We don't need him to be here now. His job is done for the year. I wonder what it would do to the players. Be like, hey, you're getting a new GM in the offseason. Go for it. I don't know.
It's an interesting hot take.
Yep. It's spicy, and it's not going to happen, but I think it should.
I'd rate that 5 spicy tunas.
Spicy tuna?
Yeah, it exists.
Why tuna?
I don't know. It's the first fish that came to mind, and something spicy. It was spicy tuna. I don't know.
All right. I'll take it. 5 spicy tunas.
5 spicy tunas. Do you know that spicy tuna exists? It's a thing.
Well, I have a can of sriracha tuna in my cupboard right now.
Oh, so spicy tuna.
Yeah, I just thought it was weird that you chose tuna. I don't know. Why not 5 chili peppers,
I don't know, because my dad eats spicy tuna, so it's in my head.
There you go.
I don't even like tuna.
I love tuna. I could eat tuna every day, but I don't want to get like mercury poisoning. Have you seen Seaspiracy?
Have I seen what?
Seaspiracy, the Netflix documentary.
No.
So I just watched it the other day, and I actually haven't had tuna since then. It's all on like the global fishing market and how they control, like it's basically like this big conspiracy about how the fishing industry controls a big part of the world. And like, you know, like your dolphin safe tuna is not actually dolphin safe. And like they kill hundreds of thousands of dolphins, but they still market as dolphin safe. And the company that makes the dolphin safe seal is actually owned by a fishing company. So it's designed to help sell tuna. Like it's not even designed to protect dolphins. It's crazy. And it's really like, if you have a weak stomach, don't watch it, because there's a lot of like fish getting chopped up and sharks getting killed and stuff. But like it makes you want to never eat seafood again.
Well, I don't like seafood, so I'd be okay with that. However, did you know that apparently someone told me, I forgot who this was. It was my friend Donna. Hey, Donna, who will never listen to this. She's not a hockey fan. But apparently they are now making like fake seafood, like fish farms. Like they're just like making them to like a bathtub somewhere. Did you hear about that? Yeah.
But Seaspiracy also tackles fish farms and how they're terrible.
Yeah, well, apparently that's what they're doing more and more now. It's very now Seaspiracy. I never even heard of this. It looks really weird. Yeah,
it's on Netflix, and just be careful, like graphic murder of aquatic life.
I will not watch it, but that sounds revolting. Yeah. No, not a fan. Okay.
I have a dumb take I want everyone to avoid and be aware of, because I'm sure it's going to pop up. I really think this is a big deal when it comes to the Habs.
Yeah.
I think people should avoid blaming the players on this one.
Okay.
These guys are doing everything they can with what they've got. They just don't got enough. You know, like they're being left on the ice to just kind of figure it out, and they're playing hard. They're bringing effort. I just think they're outmatched sometimes, and you know, like I don't think I really like. There are times where you're like, it's the players. I don't feel like this one's the players.
So who can we blame?
The coach and the GM.
So you do think it's Ducharme and Bergevin?
I don't know if it's Ducharme. I just like my eyes tell me it is, but like I'm not a pro, right? Like right. I don't see the benefit of him being behind the bench. You know, like I would have looked like, oh, that they dumped the puck over there instead of over there. Good call. That must be a Ducharme thing. I don't see any of that.
Right.
You know, like there are visible coaching things where you're like, okay, like that. I see what's going on. I see the plan materializing. It just looks like they never know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. They also don't know where the net is. Apparently, have you noticed how many times we missed the net on shots?
Oh, I don't know if you saw my Twitter tonight, but I was angry about it. I just, so The Athletic posted an article earlier this week. Harman Dial wrote it, and it was tracking stats about missed shots, people who choose to pass over shoot. It was a whole bunch of stuff, but the Habs are bottom 5 in the league in missing shots. Like, I don't understand how you see that and don't adjust and adapt to that. And that's not over a 1-year cycle sample. That's a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, and so again, that's blame on Bergevin for not seeing that issue and working to fix it.
It's
and like, if these players just can't perform under pressure, if they crack and they miss the net under pressure, you built the roster, so you need different players then. And if you're not going to do that, that's on you also. Like, it's the buck stops at the boss all the time.
I agree. It's very frustrating. I want it fixed. I want all of I want us to do what the Leafs did and fix everything. Bring in a shooting coach. Bring in a face-off guy. Bring in whatever we need to in order to do better. It's enough. Mediocrity is not okay. It's such a feat. It's enough.
But I'm a big believer in right now in this moment, back the players. They're going into the playoffs. They need support. They're playing hard. And who knows, like I'm hoping that 2 weeks from now, I'm eating my words because they're dominating in a first round. You know, like I hope so.
I hope so too. I also think that week is going to give them a lot of time to practice and maybe find some cohesion and some chemistry, and hopefully will give us time to recuperate and rest.
I hope so too.
We'll see though. We'll see when this round starts. I'm scared that if we get in and like tomorrow or Saturday, which would be great, but then they're going to cancel the Vancouver-Calgary games because who cares?
It's possible.
And then they're going to start the playoffs earlier.
It's possible.
We need the rest.
I agree.
So it's a bit of a dicey subject.
And I think you and I need the rest also. So I think this is the right spot to say that's a wrap.
Agreed.
Mother's Day is coming up. Make sure you do something nice for the mothers in your life. I will be working that day, and wish me luck in my rematch with Mother's Day online ordering.
Yes, good luck with that. I actually called the restaurant yesterday, and they told me I can order on Mother's Day, not to worry.
To pick up, I hope.
Of course. I can't go in.
Well, I'm like, don't use Uber that day, you know?
No. I'd pick it up for my mom.
Yeah. Awesome.
Everyone out there, follow us on all of our Instagrams and Facebooks and Twitters and all that stuff. And of course, on your podcast apps, Fumble Puck Pod, except on Facebook where it's at Fumble Puck Podcast. Go Habs, go.
Woo!